Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Chef Rich. Today we're going to be making two different types of pasta. I'm going to be doing a penne pasta with a mushroom cream sauce, which is really great. I love mushrooms, it's one of my favorites. And I'm going to do a pesto pasta with just some broccoli and baby tomatoes. Also really, really good. If you like pesto, it's a great dish to know how to make. I did do a video which will be up on how to make pesto, so I suggest you follow that if you don't know how to make pesto. If you want to learn my recipe for pesto, I make a really good pesto. So it's a little bit different than the traditional pestos. So let's jump right in. First thing, I have a pot of boiling water. I just have a pound of penne pasta and I'm going to throw this up to cook. I put just a little bit of salt in the water. So I'm going to put that up to cook. And that way you'll be cooking while we're talking. The first pasta that I'm going to make, I'm going to be taking about 50% of the pasta for one and 50% of the pasta for the other dish. I have a pound of shiitake mushrooms cut in quarters. I've destemmed them. I cut them in quarters and I wash them. I have a pound of cremini mushrooms, which I also took the stems out and I quartered them and washed them. I was just talking with my cameraman and we're just talking about mushrooms. And he said one of the things that I should mention that you may not know, a cremini mushroom is the same as a baby bella mushroom. Like sometimes in the supermarket you see baby bellas. It is the same thing as a cremini mushroom. And what happens is when a cremini grows up to be a full-grown adult mushroom, the bottom of it kind of unmushrooms and opens and turns into a portobello. So it is actually the same mushroom as a portobello, just so you know that. Anyway, having said all that, I have a pan on and we're going to start to cook. The pasta will take probably about 7 or 8 minutes, I'm guessing. So I'm going to stir that every now and then. And we're going to start with our mushroom cream. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take probably 2 teaspoons of garlic, because you can never have too much garlic. And just a teaspoon of oil. Right now the flame's on medium. I just put enough oil to cover this. So we're going to saute our garlic. It smells wonderful, by the way. I love the smell of sauteing garlic. But anyway, we're going to saute this. We don't want to brown it. We're just going to keep moving it until it starts to, like right before it starts to turn brown. And while this looks like a whole lot of mushrooms over here, it's going to shrink down to about 1/3 of the size that's there by the time it's done cooking. That looks pretty good. It's just starting to turn brown on the edges. So I'm going to take just maybe a handful or 2 of this. If I dump it all in, I'm not going to be able to mix it. Unfortunately, my pan is a little bit small. As the mushroom cooks, water is going to come out of the mushrooms and really stop the cooking of the garlic. We'll add some more. Well, I got them all in. Now it's just how much of a mess do I make while I'm stirring it. Anyway, these are going to cook for probably, I'm going to guess, about 7 minutes. And I'm going to keep stirring this every minute or so. Initially, while they're still really solid, I'm going to stir it continuously. But then after that, after they really start to soften a little bit and there's a little bit of water in the pan, I'm going to just stir it every minute or so. And like I said, probably about 7 or 8 minutes these will cook for. And I will show you what it looks like in 7 or 8 minutes. So I'll see you shortly. So our pasta's been cooking for right about 7 minutes now. And it's al dente. Take one out. And the best way to tell is take one out. Be careful. If you're not used to doing this, then maybe put it on a fork and blow on it. But you want to taste it, make sure it's okay. So this I'm going to strain. And if you look at our mushrooms, you notice a lot of water's come out. This is going to cook for probably another 3 or 4 minutes. Basically what I want to happen is, you notice that it's actually boiling. What's going to happen is the water is going to reduce down and all that mushroom flavor is going to reduce down with it and stay within the dish. So our mushrooms are here cooking. And if you get a close-up, you notice that 90% of the water has evaporated at this point, which is good. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take some heavy cream, about that much. I will put down an exact recipe in the description down below. Now you're not really supposed to boil cream, so we're not going to boil this. I am going to bring it up to a simmer, and that's going to take probably 2 to 3 minutes. And in 2 to 3 minutes, I'll show you what to do. See you shortly. So our cream is was simmering. I just actually turned it down. But like you'll notice as soon as I turn it up, it actually goes up to boil at this point. We're gonna turn it down and we're gonna simmer it just for a little bit. But at this point, I'm gonna start adding some Parmesan. I'll go with maybe half a cup first. I wanna see how that tastes. The Parmesan is actually gonna thicken this a bit. And I'm also gonna add some salt and pepper. I'm not gonna add all of it. Like I said, I wanna see how it tastes. Yeah, just a little bit more Parmesan. Turn this way down, because like I said, I don't want it boiling. A little bit more salt and pepper. Yeah, really good mix. And now I'm going to add approximately half of our pasta. Spoon. To give this a really good mix. And then we'll go on to our other pasta. So I'll see you in 2 minutes. So now we're going to work on our pesto pasta. First thing we're going to do is we're going to saute off probably about 2 teaspoons of garlic. Now with pesto, you'll notice that this pesto is rather thick. So I do need a little bit more oil in the pan than usual. So I'm probably going to put about a tablespoon. With a pesto pasta, you can either use oil as a medium for the base, or you can use heavy cream. Because the mushroom cream was with heavy cream, this one's going to be with oil. If you want to do it with heavy cream, just add a bit less oil, maybe just like a teaspoon of oil. And after you saute your garlic, hit it with some heavy cream. Probably, 10 ounces of heavy cream or so. And that'll work just as well. I've done a pesto sauce with heavy cream or oil-based, and they work great. So anyway, so we're going to saute our garlic. I'm going to turn down the temperature. I really don't want very high heat for this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add our pasta. Try to break it up a little bit. And I'm also going to season with some salt and pepper in here. So I'm adding seasoning right in the beginning. Reason being, as I stir the pasta, the seasoning will get mixed through and through. You don't really want to use high heat right now, because what will happen is the pasta will just stick to the pan. Right now my heat isn't right on medium. The next thing I'm going to do is add some pesto. I'm going to say, what is it, a teaspoon? That's like a tablespoon. 2. We'll go with maybe approximately 3 tablespoons of pesto. My pasta is trying to escape, as you can see. And while I'm mixing this in, I'm going to add some Parmesan. That way that will also get mixed in. Probably help if I had a bigger pan, but this works. You notice how it looks a little bit dry. So, as I said in the beginning, you probably need some more oil. This is definitely a bit on the dry side. If I'd used heavy cream, it wouldn't be like this. But like I said, it's either oil-based or heavy cream-based. So I'm going to add just a little bit more oil to this. Had my broccoli not been blanched ahead of time, blanched means part cooked, I would have sauteed my broccoli first, then added the garlic, and then added the pesto and the pasta. So I'm going to add the broccoli right now. I'm going to also add my tomatoes. You notice just with the addition of a little bit of oil, it doesn't look as dry as it did a minute ago. And next thing, I got to give it a taste. A little more salt and pepper. Your seasoning, try to add from high up, so it kind of rains onto it. And I'm actually going to put a little more Parmesan as well. I love pesto, so this actually tastes really good. Alrighty, so I'm going to put this in a bowl, and I'll show you what it looks like, and I'll see you in 2 minutes. So our pesto pasta with broccoli and tomatoes is done, and our penne with mushroom cream sauce is done. Now comes my favorite part. I get to eat them because I love pasta. You can never have too many mushrooms. That's really, really, really good. Really good. Actually, I already had a little bowl of it. I kind of cheated on that. I truly do love mushrooms. And some pesto pasta. And it's also really good. Both have a lot of garlic, which you can't go wrong with. Most important thing with doing these, I will put down general measurements for the salt, but you should taste the salt at least slightly. If when you're making this, you don't taste salt at all, add either a little more salt or a little more Parmesan or both. Parmesan is not salty, but it definitely has a bit of a salty flavor. So add those in combination, and once it hits the right amount, you will know immediately. Like, it just brings it up to a perfect flavoring. So just if you do try making these, and I do suggest you do because they are both really great, just make sure you add enough salt. It shouldn't be salty, but like it shouldn't be salty like a potato chip, but you should taste the salt a little bit in both dishes. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and please like it, share it with your friends, and hit the subscribe button as always. And also leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. You guys have a great day. Be well, be safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.